Hello, Ranger Nation. This is Josh Mason. I'm sitting alongside Todd Jones for the latest episode of the Ranger Rundown, live from Rooster's backyard.
Man, Josh, have you thawed out a little bit from Saturday morning?
Yeah, it was a little cold. We had opportunity to go watch Brock beat Seminole in San Angelo. I think that was like a 25-mile-an-hour wind. The temperature said 60. I'm pretty sure it was like 43 and a half.
It was pretty chilly, that is for sure.
that was a cold game. So we waited as long as we could. That score was getting out of hand. And, got to – and then finally wound up in Sweetwater to watch another Rangers victory.
Man, Friday was just so great, Josh. I mean, it was fun driving out to San Angelo with you. Wish the game would have been better, watching Brock and Seminole. But then, hightailing it up to Sweetwater and then watching that game, from the press box and watching our boys take care of business. And, man, it's just fun watching this team play and get after it and, see some adversity, see them come back and stuff and just – man, it's just fun. It's just good stuff.
Yep, always better to be playing football in December. We've got fourth round of the Texas UIL playoffs this week in Abilene, so that's going to be another good game to look forward to.
Yeah, it's been a while. 19 we got to play in December, so we're getting to play in December again. I kind of went back and looked, Josh, and we're the fifth team. This is the fifth season out of 25 years that we got to play in December. So
good accomplishment.
It is, and it's great that we get to be a part of it.
All right. What do we got tonight?
Well, tonight's lineup, we're going to start off with boys soccer. We're going to have Coach Jesus Ramirez and Yanni Galvan. Going to talk a little soccer. We're going to continue soccer. Brand new coach Noe Cerritos is going to be here with Brooke Rogers. Talk a little bit there. And then we're going to have Lincoln Madrid and Dakota Underhill talk about Friday night and kind of the season a little bit. Then, as always, we're going to wrap things up with Coach Hill. The weather has finally turned. Turkey leftovers are in the trash. The Rangers are playing in December, and it's Ranger Rundown time.
The Rundown, covering Greenwood sports. The Rundown, giving our athletes support. The Rundown, showing their quest for gold. The Rundown, where team stories are told. The Rundown, putting a face to the names. Our GHS athletes playing the game. Ranger Rundown, I think you all know. Ranger Rundown, hands up and let's go. Ranger Rundown, can you feel the flow? Ranger Rundown, let's get to the show.
And starting us off tonight for the episode is Coach Ramirez and senior striker Yanni Galvan to talk to us about the upcoming boys soccer season this year. You guys doing all right?
Yes, sir. And you?
Little cold outside? So
Yes, sir.
Just a little bit.
yeah, just a little bit. All right, let's get us fired off, Todd.
All right, Coach Ramirez, we're going to kind of get things kicked off with you. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I know you are. You're always ready. You're the talker on the team, right?
Oh, yeah.
All
for
right.
sure.
Kind of give us some insight into your roster for this season, Coach.
So, like last year, we have a lot of talent on there, except this year we have a lot more leaders, and you can see the different dynamic from last year to this year, and everybody in the locker room is pretty excited to see what we're going to be able to do this year. It's pretty awesome to see all the potential that we have in there, and it's unrolling faster than I thought it was going to be. So we're really excited. I mean, today's first day practice or tryouts, and we got to see a lot of what we're going to see in this season.
Okay.
Cool. Coach, looking back at last year to this year, what changes are you looking to potentially implement?
The biggest is the team chemistry. We struggled a little bit with that last year, and we didn't have the leaders we needed. We were kind of lacking seniors last year, and this year, with the handful of seniors we do have, it's just been such a great difference. And so those changes are pretty easy as far as having better chemistry. Everybody holds each other accountable. They're really responsible, and they're just a lot of good kids to be around.
Okay.
Coach, what do you feel is going to be the biggest strength of this year's squad?
I touched on it a little bit, but chemistry. They're having fun. And like I told them today, you can't be a successful team if you don't have fun with each other. And just seeing them be out there and competing and making sure that nobody's slacking off and anything like that, that's the biggest thing that I can see right now.
Okay.
Coach, last one for you. You know, as we look to progress into the season, everybody has goals, right? What are some accomplishments that that you would consider it a successful season?
You know, unfortunately, we didn't make it to the playoffs last year. Successful to me is making it to the playoffs, but not just scraping by. Like making sure people understand we deserve to be there, and making sure our guys hold each other accountable. We're always there. Making sure everybody passes. We kind of struggled a little bit on that last year. Some key players were out because of it, but it seems like they've matured a little bit more. So having everybody we need on the field and winning those games and working together, I think that's where I see the accomplishment.
Yeah, Coach, you know, you mentioned not making the playoffs last year, and I want to make sure that everybody kind of that's watching understands that making the playoffs in soccer is different than making it in football or any other sport. Soccer is like kind of like a battle royale. It's like a cage match. You know, the only the 4 teams left standing because you know our district is 9 teams.
We have a 10-team district
10
this year.
teams.
So we added Friendship Memorial.
Yeah, so it's not like you've got to beat one team to get the playoffs. I mean, you're fighting,
You're
for
fighting all
those
year.
spots. There's 10 people fighting for those 4 spots. So it's a little bit of a cage match going on, right?
It is, and you know, like I told the boys all off season, there is no reason we can't be the top 4. I told them honestly, there's no reason we can't be the top 2. The only people that are kind of standing in our way right now are San Angelo, and these guys are excited to be the first in Greenwood history to beat them. So we're ready to go, and like you said, it's a gauntlet, but it's going to be a fun gauntlet to be a part of.
Well, you got to be the first, right? There's got to be a first.
You got to be a first.
Got to be first. All right, Yanni, you ready to get started?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you second year on varsity,
Yes, sir.
right? So last year as a junior. Going into your senior year, how has your role on the team changed from last year?
Going into my senior year, I think like I took on more of a leadership role because last year I focused mostly on myself and my own game, like trying to get better. But this year I wanna help like the younger players, like from when I was a freshman with how the seniors helped me develop my game.
That different speed, different everything,
Yes,
right?
yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yep.
All right, Yanni, we're going to talk about what a striker does. Todd may not know this, and you know I don't look like I used to be a soccer player. My brother played, so I had to play. I didn't really have much of an option, and I wasn't very fast, so I got real good at slide tackling kids. You know, as soon as the coach said, "Well, as long as you touch the ball first, anything goes,"
Yes,
so I got real good at that. But you're a striker. Maybe
sir.
tell us a little bit about what responsibilities are for a striker.
A striker's job is to create plays and make more scoring opportunities. Usually the one up top, being the first to put pressure on the defenders and spreading out everybody. But I'm also I had to make sure we're connecting passes and keeping the team's moral up. The striker's more of like a leadership kind of place. Yes, sir.
All right.
Okay.
But you're at the top of the spear, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. You know, Yanni, for you, what is the best thing about playing soccer?
I think the best thing about playing soccer is really everybody on the soccer team I think I'm close friends with. I feel like our chemistry is really good this year. Last year, I think it wasn't really good. We argued a lot, and this year, I think we're all really close friends.
It's hard to fight against another team when you're fighting against
Yes,
yourself,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
We saw a little bit of that on Friday night or Friday morning, Friday afternoon. Seminole kind of seemed like they were fighting more against themselves than they were against Brock. So
Yes,
you just can't be successful doing that,
Yes,
can you?
sir.
All right, Yanni, everybody tends to have a routine of game day. How do you prepare? What are some insights that you look for?
On game day, I like to, at first when I'm on the bus, I like to listen to rap music and get me in the mood. But when we're getting closer to the game, I kind of switch it to some chill music, just to calm me down. And then I like to take touches and just focus on what I'm going to do during the game. And I like to watch the other team while they're warming up just to see what I'm up against.
Okay,
Yes,
all right.
sir.
All right, you guys ready for some rapid fire questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, Yanni, we're going to make you go first. We'll let Coach go second, all right? We want to get your honest answers on this, all right? Who's your favorite soccer player?
Messi.
Coach?
My favorite soccer player is Cuauhtemoc Blanco.
Okay. Yanni, would you rather be at the beach or a lake?
The beach.
I like the beach.
The beach, all right. Would you rather have a taco or a hamburger?
A taco.
Taco.
All right. And finish this sentence for me. I'm afraid of
Clowns.
clowns.
Yes, sir.
Good answer. I like that's a good answer.
That's a first. Huh?
Yeah. Have you watched it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is that why you don't like clowns?
Yes, sir.
How about you, Coach?
I kind of have a mild phobia of spiders.
Okay, all right.
You and Martin. I'll never forget Martin told us the same things.
Yeah, yeah. What was funny is we had 2 girls that said frogs.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep, 2
That's
girls that said
interesting.
frogs. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, we appreciate you coming in and
sir.
and sitting down with us. Good luck to the soccer season upcoming.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you for having us here.
Yeah, it's great to have y'all. So next up on the rundown, we have girls soccer. We're gonna meet Coach Noe Cerritos, and then we're gonna have Senior Brooke Rogers on. So stick with us.
And welcome back live from Rooster's backyard. Now we've got the girls' soccer side of things. We've got to our left Noe Cerritos and midfielder Senior Brooke Rogers. How are you guys this evening?
Doing good, sir. Thank you.
Practice go well. First practice tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Was it cold?
We were inside.
Oh, you were inside.
Oh,
I
they
knew
got-
somebody had to be inside.
They got the heat on.
Did you like it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I know. I need to get a tour. We'll talk to Coach Hill.
Do you
about
know anybody
here-
that might be able to hook you up
here
with a
shortly.
tour?
I know. It hadn't happened yet.
All right, Coach, we're going to kick things off with you.
Yes, sir.
Brand new Greenwood, first year here. Tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of your thoughts on this year's teams. I know you hadn't got to see all your players a lot, but you got to spend a little bit of time with them.
Yes,
So,
Well, I'm a veteran. I've been coaching soccer for 25 years in high school. I played for Mary Hardin Baylor when I was in college, and I also played for UTPB. And I worked at Odessa High School for 16 years, and I went to Mambo, which is 20 miles out of Houston, and I coached the boys down there for 8 years. I haven't been coaching for 3 years in the high school level, but I'm excited right now. I'm ready for this.
ready to get after
Yes,
it?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Coach, before we move on, if you just kind of move that up just a little bit more. Yeah, we'll see if it'll stay there.
Okay.
Okay, so in your short amount of time here at Greenwood, what's maybe stood out to you so far?
There is a lot of talent there.
Okay.
We got 8 people coming back from last year. Some of them are starters from last year, like looking at our first practice today, it looked awesome. I mean, passes were happening, people moving into space. They look very formal, and like they know what they were doing. They're spraying out the field. So I'm pretty excited. I mean, to know the first practice was pretty awesome.
Okay, good.
Good.
Tell us a little bit about, kind of your soccer philosophies and what to expect from, your teams.
I like possession of the ball. I like to make touches, make passes. I'm always tell my players to do the 1-2-3 rule, which is control, pass, and control, set, and pass. Once we get all those 3 put down on the field, we can actually execute a finishing up in the goal. That's one of the things that I'm trying to see if they can catch up on this one. Not to hold the ball too much, but to get the passing going all over the field, spreading out the field, and then when you least expect it, attacking to the goal.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Coach, maybe share some of the expectations you have for the squad this year.
I told the girls, I said, you know what? I'm not worried about the season. I need to worry about the playoffs. And I think we're going to do so much better this year. We're going to play the 6A teams, before our season starts. We're going to play with Midland High. We're going to play with Odessa High School and go into a Paso tournament. And I think we're going to have the experience to play at that level when it's time to go there.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Playoffs is my main point right now.
Okay. Good to know. Thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
Brooke, you ready to get started?
Yes, sir.
Are you going to smile for us? You going to act like you're enjoying yourself being here? How's the wrist before we get started? The arm, is it going to be all right?
Yes.
You're not going to have to cut it off or anything
I don't
like
think
that?
you can use your hands in soccer.
Brooke can use her hands in soccer. You use them strategically. You don't touch the ball, but you use them other ways, right? Am I wrong? No, I'm not. All right, so Brooke, tell us what you're looking forward to the most as you take the pitch for your senior year.
I'm looking forward to seeing how we work as a team this year. Opposed to last year, we kind of started rough in our season, and we did better the year before that. So I think everybody's kind of like having false ideas, if that makes sense.
Kind of
Trying to get back to where it was, maybe.
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
thought maybe they had earned it the year before, and you just everyone to lay down, kind of start with. But yeah, it was a rough start to the season. You had some injuries to kind of pull some key players out, but yeah, it was kind of a rough start, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
All right, Brooke. Looking back on your varsity career, what's maybe one of your most favorite moments?
The tournaments are always very fun. Last year we went to main event, and then like me, Lainey, for all of them, so it was fun.
Okay. How is your role different this year, and what do you hope to accomplish this season?
I want to be more of a leader than I was last year because I feel like I was already a leader as a junior, but I want to allow that to grow as I am a senior this year and
Okay.
be a good example for the underclassmen.
All right.
Good deal. Brooke, last question for you. How about any plans after graduation?
I want to go to probably Corpus Christi A&M, and then
That's a long ways from here.
Is your mom okay with that? Okay. Well, if we asked her, you sure that's what she'd say? Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Corpus Christi, go ahead. You can continue.
I want to major in psychology and then get my clinical psychology degree and start my own practice.
Okay.
A little entrepreneur. I like it.
There you go.
I want to ask you one thing before we get to rapid fire questions. So your sophomore year, you played a lot of defensive back. Last year, you played some mid. Did you have a favorite?
I
one?
like them both. I feel like I am pretty versatile in where I play, so I feel like I like kind of midfield more so I can score, but I like them both so I can just help bear out and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. All right. You ready for some rapid fire questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, Brooke, you can go first, and then Coach. No, you go after her. All right. For breakfast, would you rather have a burrito or donuts?
Burrito.
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 With hot sauce.
With hot sauce. Of course, everything with salsa.
Green or red?
Red.
Whichever is the hottest. That's the right answer. Okay. Would you rather be at the beach or the lake?
Beach.
The lake.
The lake.
So I can go fishing, relax.
I think there's fish in the ocean, too.
But
You wanna go
but
fishing?
Yeah, but it's a lot
Oh,
more
different.
fun at the lake.
You get less
Yes,
sick
sir,
on a
yes,
lake
sir.
fishing.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true.
All right. What's the best pizza toppings?
Pepperoni.
Jalapenos.
Jalapenos.
Yes, sir.
All right. Finish this sentence for me. One more. Favorite snack?
I don't know. Hot Cheetos, I guess.
Hot Cheetos.
Pistachios.
Okay. Last one. I'm afraid of. Finish the sentence.
Little dogs.
Little dogs, not big dogs, but little dogs. Okay. How about you, Coach?
Well, I guess I'm afraid of cats. I love dogs. So
El gato.
El gato. Yes, sir.
All right. That's good.
Dogs and cats. Who'd have thought? Thank you guys for coming in. Great. Best of luck for the upcoming season.
Oh, definitely.
And coming up next, we have Lincoln Madrid and Dakota Underhill join us at the table next. And welcome back to Rooster's Backyard. And now we have to our left a couple of seniors, gentlemen not not used to coming in every week, but certainly have made several appearances. Lincoln, Madrid, and Dakota Underhill.
I think we need to have like Navy jackets, like the Masters, for when you've been on here a couple of times, you get to the jacket, maybe something like that.
Oh, like 5 or
yeah,
more.
like the Ranger Rundown Hall of Fame, or
Okay.
something like that.
You can do
Something to acknowledge that. Maybe
Sounds
Do
like a
some-
neat idea.
Yeah, you think so? Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll start it next year.
Man, I tell you, I should have put banter a little bit on here, Josh, because I don't want to jump right into questions, because what I don't want is this segment to end. Man, we've been calling you guys, and we said this in the broadcast, and none of these people that are here hear us on Friday nights because they're always in the stands.
Right.
But man, talking about you guys and calling your game for the last 3 years have just been phenomenal for me, and I know Josh has really enjoyed it also. But this senior class has just been, I don't know, somebody that I feel connected to, and you guys are definitely kind of a part of that, and to watch your leadership and everything else on Friday nights. So
Y'all can't see this, but Todd's got goosebumps.
yeah, I mean, it's just it's special, right? And when everybody asks me about this team, I tell them they're special, right? And so I've been looking forward to this when I saw your names on there to sit down and at least talk with you guys one more time.
Yeah.
Because I was hoping that I'd get you guys back up here before y'all are done with football and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Do you want anything to add before I start crying or something?
No.
All right.
I'm waiting for you to read the first question.
Lincoln,
Todd.
we're going to start with you. All right, we're gonna start with you. Talk a little bit about the improvement of the offensive line since the beginning of the season.
Be careful. We've got a game Friday night.
Because those guys have kind of gotten nasty,
Yeah,
right?
of course,
I mean,
yeah.
the last few games. I mean, Culvert, right?
Yeah.
But the last few games, I've seen a lot of Culverts out there. There's some
Yes, sir,
There's some
yeah.
nasty
Extremely
going on there. So
physical, yeah.
so talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think those guys, they play phenomenal all year long, and you can see that on Friday nights. And like you said, we've improved in physicality. We wanted to change that, right? Through the beginning of the season, we were more technique sound, right? And we knew going into the playoffs we were going to have to play a little bit more physical, right? And I think they improved on that, and all credit goes to those guys, right? They put in the work Monday through Thursday, and y'all can see it on Friday nights, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like you said, they're becoming more physical, and we love to see it, right?
Yeah, physicality is Coach Hill word, so bonus points for throwing that out there. Lincoln, maybe walk us through your thoughts on how offense as a whole played Friday night.
Yeah, I think we had our highs and we had our lows. There were some drives where we came out and executed with high intensity, and it was some great drives, right? And we had some drives that were pretty low. I like to say it wasn't us, right? And it's great to have a defense like these guys over here, that have our backs, and when we're not clicking, those guys can make stops like that. So we're extremely blessed to have those guys, and when we finally get things rolling, we have their back, and it's a great deal. So Friday night, it was a good night for us, being able to pull out a win, but there's some things we have to clean up.
Yeah, I think from our perspective, it's really cool. Just kind of referring to maybe third quarter. There's nothing that they could have done to stop you guys.
Yes, sir, yeah.
And they finally kind of figured it out and slowed you down. But it's kind of take those in chunks as we get them and take every opportunity. So
Yes, sir,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah, I
really
think and I think the play that sticks out in my mind, Josh, when you say that is we had a rollout to the left called, and all your running backs, all your receivers were to the left. Lincoln had a backside block. When he realized that the guy wasn't coming, that he was guarding him, he ran a wheel route.
Yeah.
Nothing was covered. You spun and looked right and caught him on that fade,
Yes, sir,
down the
yeah.
sideline, and that linebacker had no chance. But those are the kind of things that you just look at when you guys are clicking. You're clicking, and there's not many people out there that's going to be able to put a stop to it.
Yeah, Nathaniel being a playmaker right there.
Yeah, and that goes to this next question is, talk a little bit about the cohesiveness of that offensive group and how well you guys work. And I think that plays into a prime example of that, but I'd like to hear your take on it.
Yeah, I think a big deal in this offensive group is the unselfishness in the guys, you know what I mean? And I think it starts with the front five. Those guys don't get all the love, they deserve, right? But, they're every day, Monday through Thursday, they put in the work and, striving to get better, right? And it's the same thing with the guys on the outside, you know what I mean? They're extremely unselfish. They don't really care who's scoring the touchdowns, right? You can't tell, if Dylan Payne scoring a touchdown, you can see Hayden and Ivan Swopes and all those guys with him. So you really couldn't tell who scored the touchdown on that play. So I think that plays a huge role in our offense, right? We're team over ourselves, right? And I think it's a huge deal for us.
Go hug an offensive lineman is what he wanted to say there, right?
Yeah.
All right, Lincoln. Last question. Maybe one word to describe the team, and then why you choose the word.
I would say, like unified or like the unity. Like I think we are extremely close in our bond, right? From the oldest guy in the locker room to the youngest. Every guy loves each other, right? Everybody's willing to play their tail off for the person next to them, and it's something great to have in the locker room.
All right.
I like it. Thanks, sir.
Dakota, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Talk a little bit about what it's like to play behind that front four of Greenwood.
It's almost like comforting as a linebacker, and I
Yeah.
feel like
I like
Reese,
that. I like that.
I feel
Yeah.
like Reese could almost relate to this. Both of us being back there behind those guys, but having a front four who know what they're doing every play and they're running the ball every play. Like it's nice knowing that when we click, like it clicks, and when those four guys do what they got to do, like it just looks great on that field. And so it's comforting, like that word, and knowing I can go out there and give my best, knowing that those four guys are gonna for heck of sure do their best.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Dakota, maybe walk us through your thoughts on how defense played Friday night.
I'm gonna relate to Link on this. Usually in games you have your highs and lows, and we definitely had our highs and lows in two. We always have a goal every week, no opening drive touchdowns, and we sadly let one of those up. But we didn't just let that hold us down or anchor us. We used that as determination to go throughout the game and just recognize our standard and improve off of that. And you can tell coming out of the first half into the second half, we held them in that third quarter. Our defense played great, and so I feel like it was really good that we were able to not let our mess ups kind of control the outcome of the game.
Right. Yeah. You put them in your back pocket.
Yeah.
You don't think about them. You just don't do them again.
Right. Next
But
play up.
Next play up.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah. That's what when I coach pitchers in softball growing up is like, you got to forget that pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Next pitch, that's the only one that matters. You got to get up there, stand up there, and you got to be the line and mow down the lambs.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Short-term memory loss.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. All right. We're gonna same question we gave Lincoln, but I want to hear from you on your defensive side. Give us one word to describe this team, and why did you pick that word?
Kind of used it previously. Determined. I think determined is just a big kind of, I guess, broad word over the whole team, not just the defensive side of the group, but ever since my sophomore year, the 3-8 team, my class, the underclassmen under us, we have all been determined to progress and to progress each and every game, each and every year. And so I feel like that's just the big idea when we step on that field, is to be determined and do what Greenwood Rangers do.
I like that answer.
I do too. I know if you would have said progressive, maybe we could have gotten sponsored.
Oh.
But I like the progress. Yeah. It's okay. We'll let that go. Dakota, last one for you. What does it mean for you to be a part of this team, and even that you're one of 8 still playing in December?
Really just honored to be part of such a group who each and every guy is showing up in the mornings, and each and every guy is putting in their work, and it's really just a big honor to be part of such a great culture that is Greenwood, and be part of such a good community, because all of those things are factors into Friday night. At that Graham game, our stands were packed, and we were 2.5 hours away from Greenwood, and so
right.
all of those things are great, impactful factors in those games, and so it's really just amazing to be part of such a team with an amazing coaching staff who sets a standard for each and one of the players, and doesn't just stop with that. The players want to reach that standard.
Yeah, I think the Perryton game, it was easily 5-1.
Oh, yeah.
Greenwood fans in the stands compared to Perryton, and
100%.
then Eagle Mountain was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And so Graham definitely came out and supported their team. But
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys ready for some rapid fire questions?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Soup or salad? Oh, Lincoln,
Who's
you go
going
first.
first?
Lincoln's going to go first.
We gotta establish rules.
Soup or salad?
Salad. I don't like warm liquid at all.
At all?
At all.
Like hot chocolate? Is it no?
No. Anything that's liquid and it's warm, I hate it.
Okay. Iced coffee, maybe?
No. Oh, iced coffee.
Okay.
I really don't like coffee in general, but iced coffee is. It's okay.
Okay, all right. How about you?
One of my favorite foods is gumbo, and
Okay,
I want to
so
say that's
that's
a soup.
great answer. I love
yeah,
gumbo too.
Soup's great.
All right, which one would you rather spend a day doing, hunting or at a spa?
Oh, trick question.
Yeah, you
I hate hunting. I'm not patient. I am not patient.
So you're going to the spa?
I'll probably go to that spa.
Okay, all right.
Just own it, man.
All right,
Just own it.
how about you, Underhill?
I've only ever gone hunting once, but absolutely loved it. So if I got the opportunity to go more, I'm definitely going hunting instead of
Yeah,
the
well,
spa.
so I think I'm going to go to the spa with Lincoln.
there
You're probably
you
going
go.
to have to take him hunting. We'll
It's
get it all
okay.
taken care of.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Would you rather have a race car or a monster truck?
My race car.
I'm going monster truck.
knew you
Like,
would.
That would be sick.
All right, so your girlfriend gets in trouble and she's got to make it up to you. Would you rather her buy you flowers or candy?
Candy.
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 Yeah, sweet.
All right, finish this sentence for me, guys. I am afraid of.
I guess the dark. I don't know.
You're afraid of the dark?
Yeah, or I guess
That's
what's in,
cute.
Or like what's in the dark?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
don't
get
know.
that.
Or you're afraid of what's in the dark? Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute. That's a cute answer. How about you?
You know what? Not winning state. You know, there you go. We'll just say
Okay.
that.
That's
Yeah.
a good
All
one.
right. Before we let you guys get out here, what are y'all going to do after graduation?
College. I plan to go to Tech and major in kinesiology.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. How about you?
Kind of looking at 2 opportunities here. If I can further my football career and have that blessing, definitely will do that. But have an opportunity at my church to go through the school of discipleship, and I'll be mentored to be a youth pastor, and so that'd be a great step to take.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to argue with either one of those options.
Yeah, so sure.
And I'm definitely a tech guy, so
yeah.
I'm all good with that.
I don't know. I'm still reeling from like you don't drink hot cocoa or coffee or like that. That's kind of throwing me off. But
You never know what you're going to learn about somebody
I know,
until you
but-
get them up here in front of everybody.
I mean, hot cocoa at the spa seems like a pretty good day. But I guess we're going to move on. So, gentlemen, we appreciate you guys coming on, having a little bit of fun with us. Just best of luck. We'll all be behind you guys and the rest of the team Friday night in Abilene. So,
Thank you for having us.
Good luck,
Thank you
guys.
so much. Thank you.
wrapping up next, we've got Coach Hill for the win. And welcome back to Rooster's Backyard, the last segment of the Ranger Rundown. Now we've got AD head coach Brian Hill.
Here I am,
Hello,
ready to
sir.
go.
Here you be.
Yeah,
There we
we
go.
didn't do
Let's
this
go.
last week. There's a holiday.
Little Thanksgiving break.
I know, yeah. We kind of got past Turkey Day, which is always, for me, it's fun, but knowing that if we're playing football,
There we go.
it's kind of iffy. You're on thin ice, it seems like. But we got past Friday. Now we're playing in December. So huge congratulations for that, for the team.
Well, thank you so much. We're excited about it. I'm excited for our kids, for all of them. It's been 3 years in the making. It's not something that just happened, in the last couple of weeks or months. Rather, it's been exciting. I'm happy for them, and we're gonna enjoy the ride. But we're not finished yet.
Man, you think back a little bit on that first season with this senior group when they were sophomores, and you look at it, and they could have gone one of two ways, right? They could have either just taken the lumps and cashed it in and
Yeah.
just wrap things up, or they could do what they did, which was take those lumps and say, that's never going to happen to us again, and help shift the culture and make a change. And I guess that's one of the reasons why they're just special.
Well, it's-
seeing what they've been able to do the last couple of years.
Well, and you just talked to two of them, very, very high character young men, and that's a great. Those two are great examples of what the entire locker room's like. Very high character, play with a lot of pride, and they want to put their best on the field. Not only to win, but because it's the right thing to do. And when you've got guys like that in the locker room and in the whole athletic program, it's Greenwood's a special place.
Yeah,
There's no doubt.
And sometimes you have to have that metal deep down, because sometimes you have to defend 2 onside kicks.
You do.
Oh,
Sometimes
he's
you
going to
do.
bring it up.
Sometimes you do. I do a good job of not bringing most stuff up, but that was fun.
Yeah, it was something.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Coach. You want to hit this top 10 from Graham and kind of walk through that a little bit?
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
let's do that.
Always good after a win. I thought, and I took a little sneak peek of this one right here. The Owen Long gets a ton of credit. He did a fantastic job. You know, we've really tried to make the most of the swing and gate opportunities, and we change it up a little bit from time to time, give it some different looks. But, you know, Owen Long, the first one was great. The second one, he had to work a little bit, but boy, he's a tough runner. Look at him. He does.
Maybe
does
he's
a
an
good
offensive
job.
guy.
Well, we may share him. We may, but he did a tremendous job, and you never know when those extra points are going to add up. I thought the defense played lights out. You know, we preach, Coach Martin preaches about not giving up an opening drive score in the first quarter or the third quarter, and we didn't get that goal accomplished. But, you know, Coach Martin and the defensive staff, boy, they did a tremendous job coming up with some adjustments, you know, getting those coached up on the fly, and I thought the defense did a tremendous job, especially through the third quarter. Really, really changed the game for us right there. And our receiving corps has done a tremendous job all year. That was Hayden McNutt. We really, really needed that conversion, needed to be able to throw the ball down the middle of the field and stretch the defense vertically a little bit, and he did a great job. And I think our defensive front, that was Lane Wasson, always like steady Eddie. You can count on him. Lane Wilhelm, Armida, Bustamante, Fails, the whole group of defensive linemen just do a great job. And we'll talk about this play a little bit later, I think. But big props to Hunter Outlaw. You never know when your number is going to be called, and you can only assure yourself of good things when you hustle and being around the football. And so props to Hunter Outlaw for falling on that fumble. And then Dylan Payton just making something out of nothing. That it kind of had him bottled up there, but was able to spin out. He's got tremendous vision, and his acceleration is just second to none. Does a great job of forcing plays that other people wouldn't be able to make. I think Lincoln accounted for 5 touchdowns, couple on the ground, couple in the air. Just does what Lincoln did behind. You know, he'll be the first to tell you some great blocking. And then this is the play that you had referenced earlier with Nathaniel Merrow. He can run a little bit too. We got away from a linebacker there, and Nathaniel's a great running back, but I think what makes him special is his ability to catch the ball down the field. He's got great hands. And then you know, this play was just let the pads speak for themselves. The first play of the game, and Andrick did just a great job reading that one and coming up to make a hit. It was kind of a funny story behind that play. We've got that look is not something that Graham did a lot of, but they had put it on film. And Friday morning, actually, in our walkthrough, we kind of went over how we were going to play that out of our different coverages. And that specific call, we could play that, I don't know, 4 different ways, I guess, 3 or 4 different ways. And so I had the corners together, and Tarango said, hey, I feel most comfortable playing it like this. And Andrick said, well, I feel more comfortable being the force guy. And I said, all right, if we get the look, that's what we're going to go to. And sure enough, first play of the game, we got that look, got that play. Tarango was in the coverage spot, and Andrick was in the force spot, and it number 1 play of the week. So it all worked out.
Yeah, and you know that was just he just unloaded on that guy. And I mean, that's not something when you see Andrick in person that you anticipate.
Looked like a linebacker. Yeah, looked like a linebacker right there.
I had to double check the numbers. I thought it was 42 for a second, but yeah, no, 23 came in, and I mean, he just laid it out there. That was when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's probably the number 1 play.
He's had a really good sophomore year. He really has. He's physical, plays the ball well, and he's just done a great job for us.
Oh, definitely.
Very much agreed. Coach, you know, we kind of talked about last week being Turkey Day, school's out. I mean, there's got to be some challenges, difficulties, game prep, practicing. Talk through those for us.
Well, I think coaches and players both, especially at this point in the season, we're creatures of habit. And Monday looks like this, Tuesday looks like this, Wednesday, so on and so forth. And so definitely great to have the holiday and the break from school and that. But, you know, in the back of your mind, you're always worrying, like, this doesn't feel like a Monday. This doesn't feel like a Tuesday. And
right.
Some of it, even without school, felt a little bit rushed compared to our normal, you know, routine and what it's supposed to look like. And so goes back, like we say every week, the maturity in the locker room, guys have played a lot of football together, and really, you know, overcome the adversity of a holiday and being out of that routine. And just a lot of senior-heavy team, a lot of leadership, and can handle their business like pros.
Well, you know, I'm thankful now that we're past it. Now the offensive linemen, if they want 4 pieces of pie, they can go have 4 pieces of pie, right?
Yeah, there we go. Absolutely.
And not be dead on their feet for the game Friday night.
Probably not a lot of leftovers at their, you know.
Right.
individual houses, I would imagine. Yeah.
Coach, you know, Seminole was a pretty decent sized team, but really when we saw Graham come out on the field, one of the things that we noticed was their size, especially in that front seven on defense and those 5 linemen that they had. You know, we hadn't seen that size really since Liberty, which I think probably helped us get prepared for that. But how did the team respond to the Graham size on their team?
You know, I think that's kind of been, you know, as sophomores, everybody was bigger than us, you know, and so that kind of that
Great
size
point.
deal doesn't really take your breath away like it would have or did, you know, even 2 years ago. And you're right, Liberty had a lot of size. Seminole did. Eagle Mountain at different positions had some big bodies out there, and so you know, I think effort and execution erase a lot of that. And when you're playing fast, you don't have to think about as much stuff. You can get to the ball faster, and so sometimes you know, maybe being undersized but a little quicker than your opponent is a good thing. And so credit to Coach Hernandez and Coach Martin and Coach Galindo for putting together game plans that complement our speed, you know, when we are maybe on the short end of the size stick a little bit.
A little bit.
Sure. Coach, you know, we talked in the pregame about Graham's quarterback, how he's also the leading rusher of the team. He obviously had an injury, you know, midway through, maybe towards the end of the second quarter. How does that impact the defensive game second half?
Yeah, it's I think a lot of people would think that would probably make it easier to know that, you know, the opponent's quarterback is a little bit hobbled. But I think as a coordinator, and Coach Martin obviously called a tremendous game, especially in the third quarter. But all the question marks, you know, you've game planned for this, you know the tendencies, you know what it's supposed to look like. But then when something's changed, and is he really hurt? He's still in the game. What can he do? What can he not do? It kind of makes you hesitant a little bit because you don't know, are the tendencies still going to hold up? Or are these calls that we thought were going to be good?
Are we getting duped?
Are they still good? Are they not? And so I think it causes a lot of the uncertainty is unsettling a little bit. But again, you've got a lot of guys that have played a lot of football together. That was game number 13, and you know, I think your calls hold up, your rules hold up, and while the tendencies may shift a little bit with the uncertainty, you still execute the play that's called. Our guys did it.
Yep.
So there's a stat that I don't know a lot of people know, Coach, but you know, through 13 games, up until the second quarter of last Friday night's game, we had never been behind. We've led every game throughout its entirety. We haven't been behind. Talk about the team's reaction to being behind for the first time.
Well, you know, I don't think anybody panicked. There was some frustration, especially there right before halftime when we had got the ball inside our own 30 or 25 or 30, whatever it was, and weren't able to convert that into points. And so there was some frustration, but there was no panic. And I think that's a sign of a mature football team. You know, going back to the Seminole game, when it was tied at 0-0 going into half, I think there was some frustration, but there was never any panic. There was that quiet confidence that Dakota and Lincoln and Lane Wasson and Kason Brooks and all those seniors, Dylan Payton, they bring that to the table. And I think it was just a matter of when, some frustration that we weren't executing like we had hoped or like we expect. But, just give us time. We'll get it figured out.
Okay.
Coach, we're going to skip the next one and move right on. I appreciate the kind of the insight on the mood of the locker room as well. I think you answered that one well enough for us.
Yeah.
What do you feel that the turning point was in the game, if there was one, and what was maybe the catalyst there?
Yeah, I think a couple of things. We talked about we kicked off to them to open the third quarter, and we were up by 2 at that point, and we all told the defense this is the most important drive of the entire season. We have to get them off the field. We have to get the ball back for the offense, and we have to go score. And all those things happened. The defense stepped up big, got off the field, got the ball back into the offense's hand, and those guys turned it into points. And so I think that was huge. And then if I can sneak in a second one, I think
you can do whatever you want to.
As we referenced, we let them off the hook with the first muffed punt. And then when we punted it down the field, and and they bobbled it, and Hunter Outlaw fell on it, and then the offense was able to turn that into points. I think those two things really shifted the momentum in our favor, and credit to our guys. We didn't give it back to them.
Yeah, I think it's something we talk about every week is special teams and Coach Galindo and the things that he's been able to do. It's just it's good to be on this side of that special teams effort.
We've been on the other side before.
I know,
It's not,
yeah.
it's not near
Like
as
it.
fun.
Yeah, special teams on this team is fun to watch. Coach, talk about the importance to the football program as a whole to be able to still be playing football in December.
Well, I think it's great for the kids and the staff to see, for them to be able to see the fruits of their labor. As I talked about, this isn't something that they've been working hard at for the last 3 months. This is something that goes back 3 years and frankly longer for a lot of those guys. They've been playing since they were 6 or 7 years old. And
Sure.
this is, to be, as you referenced, thrown in the conversation with the 19 team and the 2002 team and the 2012 team and those teams that have played 13, 14, 15 games and have been able to compete and play in December. It's really special for them. I'm excited for them. And I think it builds a lot of momentum because, you referenced the crowd. When you turn around and there's a bunch of 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th graders, and they're going to remember this run and how exciting it was. And, tomorrow those guys are going to be the sophomores, juniors, and seniors wearing the Ranger uniform. And I think it's great for the momentum of the program. It's great for the community, and most importantly, it's exciting for the kids that are on the team right now.
Yeah, and you're still in extra reps for your juniors and sophomores that are up there. and-
That's a month of extra practice that other teams aren't getting, and so I think it's certainly bodes well for our underclassmen that are coming back next year. That's a month worth of
Sure.
football that everybody else isn't getting.
That's right. Yeah.
Great way to put it, Coach. Looking forward to this week. What are our expectations that Brock's going to throw at us Friday night?
Yeah, I think Brock's resume speaks for itself. They put up a ton of points offensively. They incredibly assignment sound defensively. They've scored, returned a bunch of kicks and punts for touchdowns. If you watch the tape, they start on a short field more often than not because they are so effective in the return game. And so, I think they've earned the right to play in December as well. But with that said, the unity that Lincoln referenced, we've got a really close-knit group of guys. Had a great Monday practice, and they've been preparing for this run for years. And so I'm excited for the challenge. Playing in a great venue there at ACU. I know the Greenwood faithful will turn out, and it'll feel like a home game for our guys. And so it's could not be more excited. I wish we were kicking it off tonight.
Yeah, as far as the Greenwood faithful, even in Graham, playing Graham and Sweetwater, we were at least 2-1 on the fans.
It
And
was
I don't
huge.
think we mentioned it. We had lots of stuff to talk about. But, looking down, it's amazing how many more fans come out to support the Rangers in this playoff run.
Well, and it almost felt like a basketball game just because there's no track, and the fans
yeah.
were right there on you, and you could feel the energy. And when something good would happen, like it was infectious. So that doesn't just happen. That's a huge advantage that Greenwood has when the fans travel like that. So a big thank you to everybody that was there on a holiday weekend.
Well, so just so everyone knows, that no one has an excuse not to be at the game. The basketball team is playing in Seguin.
Okay.
And so I'll be there watching M's play Friday morning, and then I'm driving from Seguin to Abilene
Let's go.
for the game,
There
and
we
then
go.
I'll drive back for the games on Saturday. So if I can throw 8 hours in a car to get there, you guys can throw in 4. So make sure you come out and support your Rangers.
We might need a GoFundMe for your gas tank or your
It's all an
Oil
honor.
change.
It's my pleasure to be able to do it.
That's what we sign up for.
I just hope that if I have to pull over on the side of the road for a couple hours nap, I don't get a ticket for someone think I was doing
Loitering.
something I wasn't supposed to be doing. Last question, Coach. What's the feeling in the locker room with Brock coming up?
Just a buzz, just an energy. I think everybody's ready for Friday. We had a great morning practice. We finished it up the right way with a defensive workout. I think everybody's ready for Friday. It's a great opponent. Brock's been ranked in the top 3, and with Pleasant Grove losing, I guess they're probably 2 in the state right now. So it's anytime you get the opportunity to play a state-ranked opponent like that, it's going to be a great night. So we're excited for the opportunity. We know Graham is everything they're cracked up to be. They're well coached, and it'll be a great matchup. We're excited.
Well, it's certainly good to be in the. You made a comment about the routine.
Yeah,
It's good to be back
it's good
in
to
that
be
routine.
back. Good to be back. Glad
So.
school's back in session.
That consistency. right?
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right, Coach, before we get out of here, I got some Thanksgiving rapid fire questions for
All
you.
right.
Are
Let's
you
do
ready?
it. Yeah.
Best kind of turkey, smoked or fried?
Ooh, fried.
Are you a dressing
It's
man?
healthy.
Are you a
It's healthy.
dressing man or a stuffing man?
Stovetop, whatever that is.
Stuffing.
Stuffing.
Okay, which pie are you going for, pumpkin or pecan?
Pumpkin.
Oh, that's a great answer.
Pumpkin.
Yeah.
If he would have said
With a-
pecan, would that have changed your
Pecan.
answer?
No, yeah, well, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, just
It,
pumpkin.
would,
You can't say pecan.
it would have told
Not
me a
in
little
this
bit of
state.
something about him. Cranberry sauce or jelly?
Anything but cranberry sauce. Anything.
All right, Coach.
I like every food except cranberry,
sauce?
Yep.
All right, Coach,
Yeah.
last question. Do you do the leftovers or do you just throw them out after the lunch?
I will eat leftovers for weeks.
You still got some?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Absolutely.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, warm up the microwave. It's almost supper time. But Coach,
Jo-
we appreciate. Go ahead.
Do y'all eat cranberry sauce?
I do.
No. You may be the only person I know. I mean, we ask this question to
That's-
lots of people,
Yeah.
and I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
the majority of America doesn't do cranberry sauce.
I'll give you mine.
My
leftover.
my dad bought cranberry sauce this year with the whole cranberries in it. Ruined the whole thing for me.
Oh, you're the can that stays.
Yeah, but the Jello can that comes
with
out.
the lines or
Yeah, 100%.
We got to get
That's
out
how
of
you
this.
do it. Yeah.
People are getting sick.
gotta wrap
We're
it up.
spiraling out.
Once again, thanks for joining us on Greenwood Stream Network. Thanks again to Roosters and all the other sponsors that make this possible. If you haven't yet, subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss any of the content in upcoming events.
Got 2 basketball games tomorrow night. Girls are here against the wall. Boys are out of town. I can't remember exactly who they're playing.
Spring.
Big Spring.
At
in
Big
Big
Spring.
Spring. So thanks. I appreciate that. Good thing that you know that.
Absolutely. Go
make-
Rangers.
Come out Friday. Support the Rangers. Abilene Christian, 7 o'clock Friday night. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on GSN.